Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm the Talking Dog Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and today is Thursday, the 31st of October. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. And this is a weekly update, so all of my cross stitching from the past week, including three new starts and 2 works in progress. So 5 things to show you, not very much, but we have done some stitching this week. There are a couple of things that you've seen in almost every video recently that you are not going to see today, and that is my Winnie the Pooh piece, because I'm stitching that with Cardiff Stitcher Danielle on Wednesday. However, Wednesday was my birthday, so I've done my birthday start instead. So please forgive me, Danielle, I'll be back on it next week, but no Winnie the Pooh stitching for me this week so far. And the other is my Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I am up to date for the October section of my Christmas Rules, so I have given it a bit of a break and I will be back at it probably tomorrow. But other than that, yeah, few things to show you. Like I said, I have 3 new starts, including my birthday start, which a few people over on Instagram have been tagging me in their new starts as well that they've started to help me celebrate. I have been overwhelmed. It has been amazing to see all of those notifications come through yesterday, all of the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. It was absolutely brilliant, and it seems like everyone is stitching something different as well, which is amazing. And now my to stitch list, that's the word, to stitch list is getting even bigger. I'm probably going to have to take these off because I didn't realise how much I moved my head while I talked, and they're giving me feedback, let's put it that way. Happy Halloween. Okay, shall we just dig in with the new starts? I'm going to start with the start that I had yesterday, which was my new start for my birthday, which is my Hair of the Dog SAL. I'll pop the hashtag down here, and I asked you all to grab a primitive hair chart to stitch for me, the talking dog, in honour of my birthday, so that's where the hashtag has come from. I have chosen this by the Primitive Hair, Winter Essentials. I'm using all of the called for. I'm using CXC, but there's a bit of CXC, Gentle Arts, some Krynic and 1 Weeks, and like I say, I'm doing all of the called for, which you can see inside my project bag, which is from Ness's Craft Room. Really tidy, as you can see. And on the called for Primitive Hair fabric, which is the Snowfall and 30 count linen, and this is where I got, this is 1 day of stitching. So we've got some sparkles in there, 2 different colours of the browns. That is as far as I got. I really enjoyed it. I didn't have much stitchy time yesterday because I went to my parents for dinner. I had lunch with my husband, he took me out for lunch, and yeah, just not a lot of stitching time, but what I did do was pretty good. I've seen so many amazing primitive hair charts over on Instagram. Go search for the hashtag because there are some really beautiful ones that people have started in my honour, so thank you again for everyone that started one of those. Okay, another new start is this. I posted this on Instagram, you might have already seen it. It's by the Proper Stitcher. It's called There Is Room, and it says, "There is room at the table for everyone." And it does say on the back, this design was inspired by my cross-stitch journey and all the people who made room at their table for me. We all have something to bring to the table, so pull up a chair and join me at mine. And it really resonated with me. So I brought a fair few copies of this chart with me to stitch in London, and I gave a copy away to each of my table mates as a table gift. And it really is a case that I feel like people have made room at the table for me when it came to being on Flosstube. There was people, the thing is with Flosstube, people will watch, but people only have a certain number of hours in their day to watch Flosstube, right? So it's just not possible. I've tried to watch everyone all of the time, but I've never felt like there was ever any competition to be like, no, don't watch her, watch me. It's always been love and sharing and shouting each other out and all of that kind of stuff way back when I started my Flosstube about 18 months ago. And then when I opened the shop, again, it was all, you know, shout outs and people shopping and just, you know, talking up and being my hype women and all that kind of thing. There was always room at the table for me, and I needed to start this one just as a reminder to myself that people have made room at the table for me, and I will always make room at my table for everyone else. So I have started this on a piece of fabric I've had in my stash for a little while and have never found anything to stitch on it. It's a Megan Coffee Craft. It's 36 count opal linen. Let's see if I can get the colour to show. It's quite pinky. Oh, there we go. Pinky purpley. I'm a purple girl. I love purple. And this is my start over here. So I'm stitching it in the Gentle Art Blueberry, which goes from sort of grey purple down to a deeper kind of purple. It's a bit tone on tone, but I think it's coming out beautiful. So that, whoops, wrong side. There we go. There is room. So we're starting up in the top left corner. That's one of the ones that I'm really excited to just keep working on so that I can have finished. I'm usually a bit of a process stitcher. It's quite rare for me that I will have like I want this stitched and I want it stitched by then so that I can put it there. But I want this one stitched as soon as possible so I can pop it on the wall behind me and have it as my reminder for all of the people that have made space for me in the stitchy community. Now, final new start, and there is someone, well, there are two people that I need to blame for this one. One, as always, is Sherry of Just So Sherry, and the second is Sarah. Sarah, you know who you are. I've already had a go at you back at Stitch in London, but it's all your fault. Sarah and Sherry, well, Sarah through Sherry convinced me to pick up 56 count linen from Megan Coffee Craft. And if you watch Sherry, you might have seen it. If you watch me way back when I picked it up, I pointed it out that Sherry and I picked up a piece of 56 count linen each, cut it in half and split it. So each got two smaller pieces of 56 count. I've not been able to find anything to stitch on it until now. So at the big stitch in July, I met Sarah of Pain Free Craft, and she stocks paintbox silks, paintbox threads silks. And I picked up this. This is extra fine spun silk, classic neutral, and they're just single plies of extra fine silk. And this is what I was recommended to use to stitch on 56 count. So I picked this up. I have my fabric, which was this. There we go. Look how tiny. Look how tiny. And my market release arrived. My needlework marketplace release delivery arrived from the US with this in it, and I knew this is what I needed to stitch. So this is October Quakers by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm stitching the little boo there because we've got to ease ourselves in gently, okay? One day we will bring this up one day, maybe on the 56 count, but for now just a little boo to ease me into it a little bit. And I did not get very far because the light, it's one of those stitches where the lighting needs to be right. I can't be too tired because otherwise my eyes won't focus. Excuse me. And the evening that I chose to start this just wasn't the night for it. So I need to come back to this once I've had a chance to give my eyes a good rest. So here is where I am so far. Look how tiny those stitches are. So eventually it's going to be it's going to be the size of a thumb. Roughly the size of a thumb once it's finished. So yeah, I might pick this one back up today. I've got a day off. My children are at nursery and school. My husband is out doing something useful, I'm sure. So maybe with the light I might get this one out today, put some more in, we'll see. So that is the new starts for the week. It's my birthday week. I was doing what I wanted, stitching what I wanted, and apparently starting all of the things. The other thing that I picked up was I picked up a couple of whips. One of them is Halloween themed. Obviously, can't be at this time of year without picking up something Halloweeny. The Witchy Stitcher, Queen of Halloween, Nightmare Before Coffee. I put in about 700 stitches into this, and I thought I was going to have a finish to show you today. Sadly, I didn't quite get there. I've got about 250 stitches to go. Stitched on an old piece of Megan Coffee Craft fabric in this sort of chalkboardy grey colour. See if I can. Project bag from Turtle Bay Stitches. There we go. So the last time you saw it, we had a tiny little bit of the writing, just the tippity top of the words, and we had most of the mug. I needed to fill in all of this black. I had to fill in the lightest orange around there. So like I say, about 700 stitches and about 250 or so to go. I finished off about 4 colours as I was going, so I think I've only got 3 or 4 colours left. That's a better representation of the colour. A bit like a chalkboard. All in CXC, and like I say, it's a 32 count piece of fabric from Coffee Craft. And then my last whip. I would rather be stitching Primrose Cottage Stitches. I'm keeping it in a project bag I made myself in my favourite size, 8 by 10 inches. And here is where I am. Here is where I am. So last time you saw it, I had the whole top row and I had STIT and then maybe a little bit of C. So I've done the rest of the word and then started in on this spool at the end. That is the back. Keep doing that. Started in on the spool at the end. So another one that probably wouldn't take too much longer really to stitch. There's some big blocks in the bee skep and the rest of the spool and scissors and stuff, but it wouldn't really take too long. All in CXC. This is a piece of 32 count even weave, just in white. There we go. That is it for stitching. Next section is acquisitions, which I don't really have anything to show you, to be honest with you. I did get a bit of birthday money yesterday for my birthday, which has already been spent. I placed an order with Marie's Cross Stitch for some accessories for my Lowry stand, so an extra wide L-bar so that I could potentially actually use it on my sofa, and one of those light brackets. And then just from Amazon, on the recommendation of my good friend Shelley, like a tablet holder on a gooseneck, so I can have my pattern sort of actually in front of me, and a light for clamping onto that as well. So yeah, a couple of really fun accessories there, which I will show you when they arrive. And between myself and a couple of friends, we've placed an order from Al Forest Embroidery. So they are obviously based in Russia. Shipping can be quite expensive, so we are splitting it, I think, 4 ways, and we've all picked some bits and bobs. So once that my threads that I've ordered have arrived, I will show those off for you. I don't have anything other than that stitchy wise to show you, so when they arrive, stay tuned. I'll show you them then when they get here. Finally, the last bit is the designer showcase. So I started doing this last episode, Flosstube 26, and that was the lovely Lauren, Flossabilities. And this week I'm going to show off another UK designer that I stock at Talking Dog Stitchery. Now, a few of you commented last time that you really enjoyed this section, so I hope you're still sticking around to have a watch. I know that it's not everyone's thing, in which case, by all means, feel free to turn off now. It's been lovely chatting to you, and I will hopefully see you again next week. Okay, like I mentioned, this week's designer is Yasmin's Made with Love. I met Yaz a couple of weeks ago at Stitch in London, and she sent home some of her lovely charts with me to pop on the website. These ones are available on the website now, and I also have some new releases which Yaz has got in the post to me already, and they will be arriving very soon. They are all up for pre-order on the shop as well, so if you see anything that you like, please head over there and order. Let's get showing them off. Okay, here they are. So these are all from Yaz. We have, this one's a new release. This is Winter Duo. These 2 gorgeous little pillows on the azure blue fabric. Love a monochrome stitch at the moment, as you might have already been able to see, because 2 of the ones that I've started this week are monochrome. We've got a winter sampler. I love the colours on that. It's quite festive without being too Christmassy, isn't it? Which way up? That way. It's Strawberry Season. I have this one in my whip pile already, which I need to get out again. Get some more stitches in. Gorgeous. This one, Stag Quaker. She brought so many of the models for these to Stitch in London, and they are just stunning. You just cannot get pictures to do justice to real stitched works, genuinely. We were talking, and this one would have such a different look on a dark fabric as well. Owliver, the Owl Quaker. I love that one. Monarch Butterfly. L is for Lemon Duo, and you get both of these charts. So L is for Lemon, lovely house, and the little mini. There's also C is for Cottage, and P is for Pumpkin. Christmas Village. The model for this one is stunning. If I probably wouldn't have picked this chart for myself based on the picture, but the model, I wanted to stitch it right then and there. Beautiful. And the last one I've got to show you is Bird Tree. So those are the ones that I've got at the moment. I've got a couple more coming. She's got a few new releases. There is a Christmas Village Biscornu. There is, come on brain, work with me. I just had to cheat and go onto the website. There's Winter Bouquet, which is on this beautiful blue fabric. There's whites and yellows, bouquet of flowers in a little pot, and Starry Night, which is like 3 snow globes. beautiful. So if you're interested in any of those, please head over to the website. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever stitched a Yasmin's Made with Love. I would love to hear from you. And it was an absolute joy to meet Yaz at Stitch in London. I hope to catch up with her again soon. If there is a Yaz's Made with Love pattern that you like, that you want, that I don't have, let me know. I will happily increase my stocks of Yaz's charts, because I love to support especially local UK artists, designers, cross stitchers. There is room at the table for everyone, but especially those in the UK who, yeah, they need us, don't they, to keep being able to do what they do. So if there is something you would like to see, please pop onto the website. There is a button that says make a suggestion or make a request. I should know that, shouldn't I? I think it's make a request, where you can pop me an email and request a chart by anyone, and I will see if I can get it. If I can't, I can't, but I will see what I can do. So yeah, if you feel like doing that, do that. Leave me a comment. What's your favourite Yasmin's Made with Love chart? And I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stitching. Bye.